sometimes you've just got to take the plunge and splurge. I've arrived at the airport and was flying business class with Air France through to Singapore. I've just done it. I've upgraded to first. This is going to be one incredible review. I reckon we'll like it. Join me. Let's do it. So I upgraded at the business class check-in area, and the lovely lady, has escorted me around to the first class check-in area. I'm now taking a seat while they've taken my baggage to check me in. This has taken a turn, a very nice turn. A few minutes later, I was introduced to the wonderful Jeff, who would escort and whisk me through those normally time-consuming airport formalities by the way of a secret back channel. I was entering a whole new world. Then it was up the elevator and into the private oasis that is the first class lounge. I'm just easing into it gently with a bit of sparkling water and a double espresso to start with, and then we'll move into something a bit stronger. Now, first up, let me answer the question that I know that you've all got, is how much does it cost to upgrade from business class to first class on a long haul flight from Paris through to Singapore? It's about a 12.5-hour flight, and the cost of this was 1,560 euros, or about $125 or 125 euros an hour that were in the sky. But obviously the experience is much longer than that, because there's this wonderful lounge, the wonderful check-in, the transfer through to the aircraft. But let's be realistic, it is an expensive indulgence. So for me, it's a little bit of a reward for all the hardship that the last 2-3 years have brought with COVID and the hard work in trying to get out of that. It also takes up my Christmas and birthday presents for the next couple of years. So I'm going to enjoy this as much as I possibly can. So far, it has been fantastic. The lounge also features a full spa with both free and payable treatments available. For me though, the priority was a much needed shower. This bathroom has got padded walls. I can sing in the shower as loud as I want. Nobody's going to hear me. How cool is that? Nobody would want to hear me, to tell you the truth though. That feels a lot better. So nice to have a shower before a long haul flight. Now let's go and grab a drink. It's going to be alright, isn't it? But we better taste it just in case. Thank you. My intention was just to have a light salad and save my appetite for dinner on board, but there was no way my wonderful host was going to let that happen. So I placed myself in her hands and went with her suggestions. The soup was incredible. But it was the pasta that followed that blew my mind away. It was simply divine. Jeff's back.
Yeah, great.
Which can only mean one thing.
No,
it's time to fly. Let's go. See you guys. From the lounge, we took a secret elevator down to a waiting BMW, where Jeff simply drove me to my waiting aircraft. This was so cool. How cool is this?
Your address, Mr. Willick. And welcome on board. I'm coming with you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Very nice flight.
Thank you. I'll see you next time.
Well, thank you.
You know what's coming. Cheers. Here's to one sensational flight.
Chaque fois que ce signal est allumé, nous prions d'attacher votre ceinture.
Whenever the seatbelt sign is on, please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened.
As we head off, I just want to give a quick shout out to my brother and his wife who have recently started their own travel related YouTube channel, The Part-Time Tourists. I'll put the link below, they're definitely worth checking out. Now obviously, feel free to subscribe to my channel too. Now that we're up in the air, let's have a good look at this Air France La Première seat and cabin. There is only one row of first class on this Air France 777 with just 4 seats across. The seat and cabin have an open design, but there are curtains to give you privacy as you sleep, as well as privacy dividers. The seat itself is really good. I found it super comfortable. It obviously comes with all the mod cons you'd expect from a first class seat, with endless adjustments, lots of storage space, multiple power points and a large sturdy table. Opposite you is an ottoman, where a guest can join you for a drink or a meal. Speaking of drinks, by now it was time for a drink from the bar, and I went with an old favourite, gin and tonic. Naturally, dining is on demand here in La Première, so you can choose to eat whenever it suits you. Because of my meal in the lounge, I decided to delay my dinner, which will give me a chance to show you the amenities and the entertainment system first. The amenities kit is a nice one, and I was given the choice of red or white. Obviously, I went with Bunnington's red. It was well stocked, including various potions and lotions by Sicily. Upon boarding, we were also provided with some slippers and a set of in-flight PJs, which I'll model for you later on in the video. The Air France entertainment system is also very good. There were lots of choices for your viewing and listening pleasure. In first class, the listening pleasure is obviously enhanced by very high quality noise cancelling headphones. Wi-Fi is provided free of charge to La Première passengers, but unfortunately on this flight, the Wi-Fi system wasn't working. This actually suited me fine, as now I could focus 100% on my little first class bubble in the sky. Okay, let's do dinner. But first, let me just say at the start of this section that I regret absolutely none of it. As you would expect, dining is a work of art on Air France, and the menus themselves were no exception. I show them in full at the end of the video. Now, let the feast begin. For appetizer, I had the best tasting caviar I've ever had. It was sitting on a bed of chive cream and came with smoked haddock.
Would you recommend?
Definitely Poilâne, more than 100 years recipe. Monsieur Poilâne, he died a long time ago, but all over the world in the nicest restaurants, you have poilâne. The wheat is savory.
Yes.
It's from Villa Coublay, which is next to Versailles. Poilâne is very known. Everybody knows poilâne.
Well, I can't go past your recommendation.
Yes, yes,
so
you have to try that.
Yes, thank you.
And it's not sweet at all.
No?
This is walnut bread. This would be nice with your cheese, and this for the main course.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
The soup was mushroom, so I skipped that and went for the foie gras terrine with apple chestnut for a starter. It was very good. For the main course there were 4 choices, but I just couldn't go past the pigeon pie, for 2 reasons. 1, I'd never had pigeon pie before, and 2, if Air France were serving it, then it must be good. Well, it turns out it was more than good. It was incredible. The flavours, the pastry and the meat were all cooked to perfection. Up next was a salad. The menu listed 9 different ingredients that you could use to create your own salad. I left it with Jean-Claude, telling him to hold the mushrooms and the chicken. This was the masterpiece he created, coming with a choice of 3 different dressings. His recommendation, of course, was the French vinaigrette. After the salad, the only thing standing between me and dessert was the cheese board. How could I possibly choose from this selection? The only option really was to try them all. So I did. At this stage, I didn't think the meal could get any better, but then came dessert. I went with a Granny Smith apple tart. It looked stunning and tasted even better. During dinner, I'd mentioned that I was keen to try a French cognac with dessert. Karina said, "Leave it to me." A few minutes later, her and Jean-Claude appeared with 2 trays and pre-poured samples of the entire range on board.
I'm here with the chief purser, Karina, who has introduced me to all of the French digestives and cognacs that we have on board. We've got the full selection here. Apple, pear, a pear liqueur, and then this one is chartreuse. It is got 90 different herbs. The light will be better this way. It's got 90 different herbs. It's like drinking from the Alps. It's good for you, good digestive.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's nice. It's actually really good. And considering everything that I've eaten and drunken tonight, I think my system will probably beat this. Can I just say, this has been the best meal, hands down, that I've ever had at the Sky. Air France's food, especially in La Première, has been nothing short of sensational. Absolutely sensational. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's been really, really nice. And the crew, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to sleep very well tonight. Before then, I'm going to finish I think this is the 6th course. My apple tart. I'm going to have a few more sips of these liqueurs and cognacs, and then I think I'll have my bed made up, put the PJs on, and try and get some sleep, get the pillow. And yes, I finished my dessert. I don't know if I can call it yet. Best flight ever. definitely best meal ever. This has been fantastic. Cheers. All of these 5 drinks that they've served me have been good, except for the pear schnapps. I don't really like that one, but the others have been fantastic. So here they are, the Air France La Première first class pyjamas. Comfortable, very nice, sort of dark grey with a white trim, obviously with the matching slippers as well. Now, I'm one of only 4 people in this entire aircraft tonight that are wearing PJs and are getting this very special treatment. And I'm very aware that I'm very privileged, and I'm incredibly grateful that I'm able to have this experience. I don't ever want to take this for granted. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I know this is not how most people travel, but it has been incredible just experiencing it, and for that I will be forever grateful, and I'm really happy that I've been able to take you guys along for the ride. Now it's time to get some sleep, so let's go and see what the bed looks like. In bed mode, the curtains are drawn across, giving each passenger total privacy so they can get a good night's sleep. As you would imagine, I was out like a light and slept like a baby. That bed was so comfortable. After a few blissful hours of sleep, it was time to wake up. I didn't want to miss any more of this flight. I started my day with some tea, which in Air France La Première involves you selecting from their range of bespoke teas. Sorry that the footage here is a bit shaky. This was the turbulence rather than my previous night's indulgences. Next came breakfast, and after the previous night's indulgence, I was surprised I had any appetite at all. But who am I to say no to any Air France first class meal? So I started with some spiced poached pears and roasted apples, some Greek yogurt with muesli, and of course a croissant. For the main course, I had an omelette with the butternut squash cream, carrots and toasted sunflower seeds. A double shot of espresso finished it all off nicely. The glasses I'm wearing are from Danish eyewear company Christopher Clues. They are special blue light or computer glasses that help protect your eyes from the harmful effects of blue light emitted from screens. They look great and are super comfortable, as are their range of sunglasses which I'd been wearing in Egypt. My viewers can get a 15% discount by simply using the special code Dennis15. I've put a link to their website in the description below. Sadly, not long after breakfast, I could see that we had started our approach into Singapore. My indulgent Air France dream was almost over. This flight had been an absolute delight. The lounge, the food, the seat, the sleep were all fantastic. But for me, what really made the experience special was the Air France team. I hadn't told them that I was coming or filming. They genuinely shared my excitement and made this an incredible experience. In first class, we were wonderfully looked after by Karina and Jean-Claude, but every staff member who walked past said hello, stopped for a chat, or asked if I was enjoying the flight. Karina explained to me that this was part of the Air France difference and their service philosophy, which focuses on the importance of personalisation. This shone through with every single staff member I encountered on the ground and in the air. Air France, I was impressed, and I can't wait to fly you again. Now, of course, I do recognise and appreciate that in first class, there is a much greater emphasis on personalised service. So do let me know in the comments below what your experience has been like on Air France and whether you would fly them again. was magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. That was sensational flight. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hello. Wow, that was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now it's into Singapore. Good afternoon.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Now the service doesn't end when you step off the aircraft. Waiting for me was the buggy to take me through to the lounge. This Air France La Première experience has been nothing short of sensational. Absolutely superb. The crew, most of the best I've ever had anywhere, and the meals, certainly that dinner last night, the best meal that I've ever had, and the most indulgence I've ever had on a flight. It was so good. It's been really nice sharing this experience with you. If you like this video, please leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so, please check out my channel where there's a whole lot of other flight reviews and travel videos and a lot more on the way. If you like that sort of thing, please do subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching, and as always, happy travels. Now, as promised, here are the full menus for today's flight.